I'm glad you can make it, despite our directions, to Cultaholic Video Podcast Volume 2.
Is there going to be a different Simpsons reference every one? Is that
I've got to hope so.
Ah, wonderful.
And because the Power Rangers discussion went so well last week, we are joined by Bulk, Skull, and the annoying one from the Turbo film.
I don't understand any of those things.
3 people will like it, but those are 3 people that messaged me on Twitter.
All right, fair. Yeah.
To the non-Power Ranger nerds, Jack the Jobber.
Hello.
Ross
Twaddle.
Rossington. Ross the Robber, I guess. And Maffew the Botchmania guy. And we're here to talk nonsense for a while. Nonsense.
What are you on about? This is concise.
To concisely talk about things.
Top draw wrestling analysis.
Yes.
This is what this is.
Yes, we make Pete Rosenberg and Sam Roberts look like Meltzer and Alvarez.
Unbearable bastard, that Pete Rosenberg.
Do you like Rosenberg?
Oh, he ruined that top 25 moments thing on the network. You seen it?
No.
He ruined it. It's just him going around the warehouse and he sees Sean Thingamy-Bob from back in the day.
Sean Mooney.
Yeah. Then he has a little bit of banter in his Bobby Heenan rip-off jacket. It's just like, oh, get out my life, will you?
Do you see that thing they did? Bring it to the table. But
is that the show I was on? I was on there. I had a tweet on there.
He wasn't on it.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. I think I remembered that.
Imagine.
I do not remember my performance.
Creepy header picture with me and Alexa Bliss photoshopped a married couple on the wedding day. That was on the network. It's still on the network.
Wait, what? You did that?
Aye.
Why did you do that?
She's a nice lady, isn't she?
She was. You sullied her good name.
I think it's fine that you did it publicly. If that was found.
Aye.
Yeah,
There's a
right.
bit of a difference from ironically having it on Twitter where it's like stored in your hard drive.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're asking questions. My hard drive is clean, just to clarify.
Good way to start.
Start of this podcast.
Yeah. No one asked you, but now you've brought it up, people are thinking you're guilty. As you'll notice, we are sat down. As I pointed out, as everybody, it was very natural to see 3 men around one sound recording equipment. We look like that one picture of Donald Trump and the orb. What was that?
Picture of the orb?
Yeah. Was that where was he at? Somewhere in the Middle East.
Oh, where he's... Right, I think I know the one. Yeah, where he's like...
Yeah.
He's casting.
Yeah, I forget. When it comes to Power Rangers, Alexa Bliss, we're fine. When it comes to politics, it's like, yeah, whatever.
I'm not fine with Power Rangers either. I don't understand much.
It
It's fine, it's alright.
What do you like outside of wrestling?
Oh, stuff. Space Jam. It's great.
Okay, well, there we go. We'll get that one. There we go. Phew, this podcast is saved. Speaking of Trump, watch NXT and TM61 have this really good video package where it's like the history of them and whatever.
You're going to bring up this tweet, are you?
Oh, well.
Which tweet?
You know the start of the TM61 video package where they're having a bit of outtakes and a bit of bloopers and it's all a bit funny. Trent Beretta and Chuck Taylor were tweeting about that, saying like, it's exactly the same as our thing, yeah. And then Beretta said, look, we're over now. All we can do is go to TNA Impact as singles guys. That's it for us now. Like, that's all we can do. Yeah.
The award-winning Chuck Taylor and Trent Twitter.
Yeah. Why is he Trent with a question mark? Because I'm pretty sure once he just tweeted out the blue, really wish I hadn't chosen Trent with a question mark as much better handle.
If I remember right, it was a PWG thing where the ring announcer said like Trent.
Oh, right, because
he wasn't sure if he was supposed to say Trent
Yeah.
Beretta because that's to be trademarked. So this did the Anchorman thing of someone put a question mark on the teleprompter, and it's just stuck ever since, which is a lot easier to understand than the Chuck Taylor thing in Chikara, where Stokely Hathaway bought the rights to Chuck Taylor's name,
right?
And so he was Chuck Taylor. But if you didn't know this, and Chikara is very storyline heavy, you saw Stokely Hathaway, who is black, as Chuck Taylor. And they go, all right. And then, so Chuck Taylor's name changed every show. So he was like Billy Bob.
He loves coming up with ring names, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it was like every show would have a different name. But they still advertised, Chuck Taylor's going to be there. And then Stokely Hathaway would come out and you're like...
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, he's looking good.
I like Chuck Taylor. Have you seen any Chuck Taylor videos on the internet?
I've seen a few. I've seen him on Being the Elite primarily.
Have you seen the one where...
I haven't seen one.
He's a dick. No, that's not him, is it?
It's him and Trent.
Yeah.
Oh, he's such a dick in real life.
They're all dicks.
Yeah.
2 of them are dicks.
No, but I love Chuck Taylor. And it's weird that in 2017 he had the biggest push of his career in PWG, and everyone was like, because he's just very beloved.
Have you seen the one where he starts his own chant when he's against Seth Rollins or Tyler Black?
Let's go, Chuck Taylor. You're the best wrestler in the world. You're in way better shape than Tyler Black. And that's the and then he tries to get the crowd to chant it. It's really good. And one time at PWG show later on, some guy tried it. Let's go, Chuck Taylor. Expected everyone to join in, and it was just like, sit down. All right, fine. That didn't work.
God, this has been a really indie start to the podcast, hasn't it? I feel so indie right now.
You look indie as well.
Thank you, cheers.
Just like you're about to listen to The Music.
I thought you were going to say The Muse there.
I don't know why it was the first band that came to mind when I thought of indie music. Hey, remember them? No, of course you don't.
I don't.
The Music, aye. Yeah. Soccer AM compilation album, they're on there. Well,
this is why
place I know them from.
On that note, wrestling news, which is why you are here.
Yeah.
I hope it's why you're here.
It's been a big old bloody week, hasn't it?
It's been a terrifying
Potentially.
week.
It has, apart from me, which I've had a very nice positive reaction to the show.
They blew up online.
I gained a load of new followers on Twitter and had more people tell me I'm wrong about my opinions that I've ever had in my life, which is great. I'm like, yay! Thanks, Cultaholics. And
Cultaholic.
No, they're Cultaholics. We're Cultaholics.
I see.
Very good. Yeah, very good.
It's pre-conditioned.
Nice.
Goal and and then Reddit went 1 week without calling me a idea-stealing freak. So I've loved it. But in terms of wrestling news, should have a segment.
A jingle.
The news. Actually, I want one time we do this to be the intro edited like Kevin Dunn, so it keeps on going back and forth. Three cameras set up. Roman Reigns was in the news this week for bad reasons. Potentially bad reasons. As a steroid dealer, I think that's the official title, named him as one of his buyers.
Celebrity clients.
Celebrity client, thank you.
So it makes it sound a little more classy than it is, really.
Yeah, celebrity client.
Apparently, allegedly. Also, Mark Wahlberg was apparently one of them that he named as well.
Which is great because some of the headlines I saw were Roman Reigns named like drug dealer, and the way it was worded made me think that there was a drug dealer that had just been arrested, and his legit name was Roman Reigns, and so WWE were like, no, not him, like the other one. So interesting. And then WWE put out a statement on behalf of Roman Reigns saying,
never heard of him,
saying no, Roman Reigns has passed all the drug tests we've given him ever since that one incident. Of course, WWE did this on behalf of Roman Reigns, who was busy getting another dealer.
No, allegedly. No, not even allegedly.
Allegedly! You made it worse.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
It's fact.
Oh.
So, this would be a hell of a time the most busiest, important time of the year for Roman Reigns to get busted.
If it were, and I'm not saying I think it will, but if it were to come out that it's all true, and it's totally true, and he's absolutely ballsed it up, what would happen to WrestleMania? Who would be...
Well, what's he meant? Is it still going to be him versus Brock?
If it were to be him versus Brock, but suddenly they couldn't do that anymore. Roman was off the table.
Get Braun in there, have a good old welly on each other, be great.
Brock and Roman, the most problematic drug testing match in history.
Yeah.
At this time of period. Was it when Brock has that, they can't test you for steroids if your piss melts the test tube?
Oh, very good. Did he say that?
No.
I was going to say...
Yes, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Just say anything.
Brock.
Sorry.
Brock gets off lightly, didn't he? Because they don't.
Yeah, he did.
The part-time guys aren't part of the wellness policy.
Yeah, funny that.
They get away with it all, don't they? Potentially, allegedly.
Allegedly. Dave Meltzer makes no bones about it, by the way. Have you ever heard him talking about this? It's like, they're all on roids.
He doesn't give a crap.
Big Dave's popped a couple, hasn't he? Allegedly.
Wow.
Well, Big Dave knows how to do it.
Big fella, isn't he? He's 58 or something.
Yeah, he's always been into bodybuilding and weightlifting, which I had no idea about. So when I saw the picture that went around like a year ago, and it's like Dave Meltzer, I was like, that's what Dave Meltzer's look like?
Where he's making notes, where Ricochet's gone through the thumbtacks in the foreground, and he's in the background. He's just
he's trying to make notes of his T-Rex arms. He's just like,
that's the best that's the best picture to sum up the relationship between wrestlers and like internet smarky fans that I've ever seen. The one
you call him Dave Meltzer, the god of all unholy journalism.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Internet smarky man.
Well, he's the king of the internet smarky man, isn't he?
Oh, he's
in a
something
way,
different,
but...
and he's like God.
Well, yeah, I
He's
suppose.
so
He would call himself a journalist.
Yeah. Well, have you met him?
Yes, he did an intro and it was great because I didn't dare ask him, but his mate was like, "We'll go get him." I'm like, "You sure?" He went, "Yeah." Just grabbed him and made him do it.
He's
like,
a very nice
"Yeah, sure."
man.
Oh yeah, lovely. He was speaking to everybody, very polite, very robotic, machine-like. So no wonder he's in such good shape.
Huge forearms. I just was shocked by his forearms.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. The picture, it was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that about Meltzer. So I wonder if anyone like in wrestling has been like, hey, do you know like Dave Meltzer's? I think, Dave Meltzer, let me at him. I'll twist that pencil neck geek.
Yeah.
And then they see him and be like, Dave Meltzer, pleasure to meet you. Like, oh. So, and I like, again, I didn't realise this, I don't talk about too much stuff, but on the subject of steroids, if you watch some of the appearances by guys like Macho Man and Hogan, when they're on shows like Arsenio Hall during the 91 steroid issues, they all say, hey, I only did steroids when they were legal. And Meltzer and the wrestling reserve used that as going, steroids were never legal. You couldn't just go into a shop and buy, all right, can I get some cough syrup, some Thrombin, and some steroids?
Just like, you got any steroids on offer at all?
Yeah.
Oh, I just think...
It's important to note here that we're not like one of those horrible arses on the internet going, oh, I hope it's true.
Yeah, I hope he has.
Stop being an arse and saying that, man, for Christ's sake.
It's brutal. The comment, the Reddit thread that like sort of first linked to the video. All the comments are like, this man is a next level smark. He's set up a fake backstory where he set up a gym, dealt steroids, got sent to
just
jail,
to take Roman
waited
down.
a year, and then confessed just to cut Roman's pressure at the key time.
Get a grip, man, will you? For Christ's sake.
That is even better than like Pain and Gain. Also starring Mark Wahlberg.
Painting. Oh, right. Yes, I got it.
Wasn't that good?
All right, I'm trying to...
It's crap when you say something and no one reacts. That's fair enough. It's fair, or maybe it was just bad, Maffew. Yeah, that's true. And looking at that, the other news, Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Arrested for driving under the influence.
Allegedly, that one's been confirmed. He has
his
been
face.
I thought he had to say allegedly before he was...
He was-
all the
no, he
reports I
was-
saw
he was
was he was
arrested.
allegedly arrested, but there was this mugshot. I'm like, well,
Yeah, that's what I
he
thought
was
as well.
arrested.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, so he was arrested, but you can say allegedly because he hasn't been found guilty
I don't
of
know.
crime.
I mean, you look at the expression on his face, and there's no allegedly about any of this.
Shall I do the Jey Uso face, the camera?
No,
Off his lips, isn't he?
Off his... Wait a minute, I'm just clearing my gums.
Oh, well, we had a big debate over what he was... Oh, we shouldn't have said this. I mean, I was going to say we had a debate over what he was under the influence of. But let's not get into that.
A debate?
Well, in the office,
'cause he
we're
was
probably
sucking his
well, he
lips.
doesn't look drunk, so he must be... we're just,
Well,
we're just
but
going
that-
through all the different things, but I don't know.
Well, they're rarely in DUI photos, like, you know, with a bottle going like that to
Yeah.
the camera. Like, all right, policeman.
It wasn't DUI officially, was it? It was
Driving while intoxicated.
DWI.
But some,
is that different?
Sam
Alright.
Driver, police expert, jumped in and he was like, they're negligible. Some states it's one, some states it's the other. I was like, all right, Sam, Jesus.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he is American.
His dad's a prison,
His driver is in his name. You would know about that.
Oh,
God, that was so...
yes.
Not even funny. Just
Falling off
an observation.
We're going too big too early here.
We've peaked. The main event is second. Yeah, I mean, it was Jamie's being announced for the Mixed Match Challenge. He was clearly...
No, Jimmy. Jimmy was...
That's ruining my joke, because I was going to say Mixed Match Challenge, yeah, him and Jack and Daniels. That's just, it's gash
Him
now.
and Mary and Jane.
Yeah, there we go. Him and the dragon. That's awful. Awful. But, I mean, again, I think we say allegedly because he hasn't been charged yet, because, you know, he's on SmackDown, so at any given time during the courtroom, Daniel Bryan, just before the judge is about to make his ruling, could run in and go, no, we've got the video replay, it was Jimmy. First inductee at the Hall of Fame, class of 2018, is Goldberg.
Fair enough.
And you can tell he's a WWE wrestler now because he no longer has a first name.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, he never had... I mean, we all know
He
it's
was
Bill
Bill Goldberg.
But they never announced him as Bill Goldberg. He was just Goldberg, wasn't he?
that's a good question.
I think he was
So,
just
Ross, what are your
Goldberg.
thought?
He was just Goldberg as a wrestler. I know
Is he
his name
actually?
is Bill Goldberg.
Oh, yeah, his name... Oh, okay.
But no...
Another joke
Well,
ruined.
no, it was good. I got it.
Do
'cause,
it anyway.
No, it deserved to be ruined.
Like
It's fine.
Antonio Cesaro and that, and Adrian Neville.
Yes,
Warnev.
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 R.I.P. So yeah, I think this is a worthy inductee.
Oh, of course.
Induction. And
Yeah.
It's a shame that the photo they used when they showed on Raw was the Photoshop just for men.
Oh, the beard.
One. Like everyone's made fun of, so they changed it for their match for Fastlane. But yeah, absolutely.
That would have upset Goldberg, you know, because I went to the Inside the Ropes with Kenny McIntosh tour last year.
Oh yeah, you've met Goldberg.
And Goldberg said he's earned that grey. That's all he said about it. I've earned that grey. He said quite impassioned, so that would have upset Goldberg.
Yeah,
he's proud of his grey.
Yeah,
good on the man.
Good for him.
Well, just everyone gets.
Just life experience.
Everyone turns.
You know, he's made it that far.
Well, yeah.
He's come through it all, and he's still got his beard.
Yeah, but my dad's got grey stubble when he grows out, and he's not a WCW champion.
He's a carpet fitter, though. It's
carpet,
just the same
thing. He's a carpet fitter.
You can't get fitter than a carpet fitter.
It's my dad's. Come on now, friends.
I think he meant athletically, didn't he?
Right.
I'm flattered that he instantly went for that. His dad must get that a lot.
No, at school, man, like, my dad, the girls would always... it doesn't matter, let's just move on.
Oh, really? Wow. You
Graham...
You have a DILF?
Graham aged gracefully, I'll just say that. He had a good 40s decade, alright? He's got a bit older now in the face, it's alright. It's all okay. Let's please. What's the next? What about Goldberg? What about?
Hey, editor, can we have a picture of like Jack's dad?
No, we're not putting Graham in the podcast.
Is he single?
No, he's with my mum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Better not then. Yeah. So Goldberg, they've done a great job of hyping. If you didn't watch WCW at the time, and W revisions history to suit their means of making Goldberg seem like the most important WCW wrestler of all time. And I don't think that's true, but I do think he's deserving of being in the Hall of Fame. And we could all agree just to basically move on from the 2003 run.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which he won the title, it was still like, all right.
He admitted he was an arse back then as well.
Well, he was one of the few guys to make WWE come to him post like Invasion and whatever. He was one of those WCW guys to go, I'll see you when I'm ready. It wasn't like DDP and Booker. It was like, yeah, I'll gladly take a pay cut to work for you. He was like, if I can fit you around my golfing schedule, I'd love to come talk to you. So.
I've recently learned that he went to Japan for a bit as well. He went to all Japan and did a bit of that.
Yeah, and
I
Hustle.
sense a massive segue coming here.
Sorry, I didn't know anything about it.
No, it's a good thing.
Oh, right,
just
okay.
makes it seem professional.
Oh, have you got one in mind?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
go
hang
on.
on.
Goldberg in Japan.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Right.
More news.
Breaking news.
Apparently, New Japan Pro Wrestling have approached Goldberg to make a few, I think that was the quote, a few Big Show appearances.
Big Show's going to be there.
Hey. And he's going to surf in on the Big Show. Lathered up his bald body Big Show and just sliding down the ramp with Goldberg on top.
I'd watch it.
So would I.
Yeah, for All Japan, before the WWE run, he was, I think he was using it to get into ring shape because he was having 3-minute matches and just who did he beat?
Kojima?
Kojima was one of them. And then it was like, oh no, it wasn't Hustle, it was Wrestle 1, which was even worse than Hustle. So he teamed with...
I'm not going to know these...
No, the main event of this huge Japanese show was Goldberg and the Great Muta against Chronic.
Oh, Chronic! Oh, I do know that.
I loved Chronic when I was younger, me.
Chronic.
Yeah, I did too, but like 2003, the main event of Wrestle 1, like...
Chronic.
When did Adams pass away? That must have been not too long after that.
It was a few years later, but that may have been one of his last matches, if not his last match.
Right.
Chronic's last match as a team. Because he was in training to become a boxer, and Macho Man was going to be his manager. Then he had a heart attack. Yeah.
Whoa.
Whereas Brian Clark today is hitting his prime of life.
Yeah, New Japan has also approached...
Have you seen the pictures of him?
I've seen him with the Michael Hayes hair.
Oh, it's fantastic, with the orange lighting on top of him.
Yeah.
Adam Bomb. That's my goal in life. About 50. Grow the hair out.
Grow the hair out.
Good tea going on.
Have you always had short hair?
No, I've just got a choke. I've got the devil's curls, and I don't like them at this age.
What's a devil's curls?
It's just really curly hair.
Oh, is that what it's called? Devil's curls?
I don't know. I've just heard that saying before, and I've decided to use it in that sentence.
That'd be a great...
I don't know what it means.
The devil's curls and the thumbtacks. Awesome. It's Ross's favourite part of the show.
It's everyone's favourite part of the show. It's their favourite part.
It's Ross's favourite part of the show.
It's Adam Pachiti's favourite part of the show.
Is it his favourite part of the show?
I don't know. It's the Hall of Fame. It's the biggest Hall of Fame in the history of Hall of Fame. Tonight, I was going to do one of 3 names will be put into the Cultaholic Hall of Fame. Mega.
I'm just really. Well, the Hall of Fame's already been tarnished, hasn't it? Because the joke Henry won. The joke Henry won. We're going to reveal
wasn't a joke.
The joke Henry. And which joke was this?
Just being informed by Pacini that by over 100 votes, who won, Ross? Go on.
The boy Ruru. Striking the iron while it's hot, it was a sensible choice.
So officially, the first entry into the Cultaholic Hall of Fame, in which all wrestlers and wrestling figures from the history of wrestling, I presume, it's an open, everyone's eligible.
Did you not read The Observer last week?
First one ever.
No one reads Wrestling Observer. People just read the edited bits on Twitter. Sorry, I mean, what?
Meltzer report on it.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, Cultaholic.
No, he didn't.
nearly, for like half a second. I'm like, oh, really? Is
Rusev. Rusev's the first, not just any inductee, he's the first inductee, is Rusev.
He's only have one.
It's the first thing he's won in years.
Apart from the hearts of the world.
Well, I mean,
I can't believe that.
Can you not?
Well...
That the fans picked somebody that they like.
Over Triple H, and who was it?
Neville.
Big Nev.
Oh, yeah, right, now you get my blood pumping. So, it's a new week.
Yeah.
Jack's cough is going to go in the Hall of Fame next week.
Sorry. It's less
made more appearances than Rusev on this show.
It's less bad than last week, so next week I'll be barely confident.
I know, one of the best... So we were looking at the criticisms, and it was like, have a steady cam.
Got a steady cam.
Have them sat down, right, and have Jack cough less.
I am coughing a bit less.
Anyway, who have you got?
Well, it's... Right, okay, look. It's a predictable one because I talk about him quite a lot. He's my as OSW review would say, he's my boy. You know how they got boys? Yes. He's probably the leader of my boys' stable. It's Steve Blackman. Because what?
I'm not going to win this. Go on.
Because people don't like him that much.
That's not true.
Because back as a child, right? One of the first matches I ever remember seeing was, I think, a SmackDown match between Albert and Steve Blackman for the Hardcore Championship. Yeah. And it was just, I'd never seen anything like it at the time. I was like, this is insane, it's really good. It's probably one of the big reasons that I got into wrestling, that match. What?
That is crazy.
The sentence, Albert and Steve Blackman, one of the main reasons.
That was it.
Honestly, it had so many...
Actually, Steve Blackman's entrance music, one of the 2 entrance musics are probably going to make you a wrestling fan.
What, Albert?
Steve Blackman.
Steve
the themes.
Right.
Sticks.
Well, this is slightly...
this would have been the drums version.
Yeah. And he's just really cool, isn't he?
He's a drums.
Apparently, in real life, a very, very scary, dangerous man when it comes to fisticuffs. Yeah. I'm not saying that he's like a nasty person. I don't like that very much. I'm sure he's great. And I just did a bit more research into Steve Blackman, and I learned that he's got quite an inspiring story.
Yes.
He was about to join in like the early 90s, I think, or the late 80s.
Maybe the late 80s, if I remember right.
And then he got like really bad illness or something for years.
Yeah.
And then came back, and then he wasn't even signed. He just jumped the barrier and stuff. Well, no, he did get signed.
Bless you.
Just jumped the barrier. No, he was signed.
There are a bunch of wrestlers that they're starting the business because they were fans that jumped the guardrail and started a fight. And they're like, boy, you can take a good hit. No, like in real life, like actual, like back in the day.
You were joking.
No, like that was a thing. I can't remember, there was like one of the Moondogs maybe. Or Roadblock from WCW.
Really?
Apparently that was his story. Really? He was a guy that jumped the guardrail, like, oh, you're pretty big. Say, do you want a job?
That's crazy.
What's that got him like 2 matches at...
Well, no, I think they trained him. Although you couldn't tell watching him because, I mean, his gimmick was he was
I've only ever seen him... What's the little bloody... My mind's gone blank.
I mean, I don't expect you to know a lot about Roadblock.
No, the little bloody arena WCW used to run.
Oh, the Mother Thip. That's what does he call it every week? Yeah, that NXT run.
The spinning ring ad. That's the only match I've ever seen Roadblock have.
Yeah, and Lex Luger, he dropped them on his neck one time on Nitro.
I remember.
Sorry, back to Blackman.
I was going to make a Roadblock joke. I was going to be like, I remember him from like early Robot Wars. Yeah.
Never forget.
Cassius.
Series 1.
Never mind.
So Roadblock is your...
No, Steve Blackman.
Steve Blackman, good, we'll get back on the topic.
What's he doing now?
Who do you think would win in a fight, Steve Blackman or Roadblock?
Steve Blackman apparently would
if he said Roadblock, then he would have knocked himself.
Apparently Steve Blackman would beat anyone in a fight. That's what I've heard.
Yes.
Beat anyone.
He took Big Show down when they were play fighting, kinda. Took him down with just his legs.
Right.
He was on the floor and just tripped him up.
I mean, and
allegedly.
On the Cultaholic Facebook fan page, right, I just saw.
I
just saw a question. They often ask questions and they all comment with their answers and stuff, and it like people do and whatever. And
am I the only one who?
Someone put, what's the most distasteful story you've ever seen in wrestling? Mine's Katie Vick or something like that.
Oh, right, in the ring. Right.
Yes. And mine's Katie Vick. And then everyone was putting ones that unfairly referenced like Eddie's death and like ones that were generally got a very bad.
Eddie's in hell.
And I put the one where Shane McMahon tried to frame Steve Blackman for running down Steve Austin. And then Steve Blackman told Austin that it wasn't him and proved his own innocence, and then Austin just beat him up anyway. I was like, that's just mean, that.
That was good continuity, though. And Jim went, look, this happened 2 years ago. It was from Steve Blackman.
Yeah, I guess so. He just didn't need to beat up Steve Blackman. He'd proven his innocence. Then when they would, Austin, I mean, I get that it was Austin did that to everyone. Linda McMahon, he'd stun anyone.
She deserved it.
She deserved it. I don't know why she did. I can't remember.
No, he stunned all of them. It was Raw when they returned to the USA Network. Yeah, I want to say in 2005.
Right.
And they'd all just fired Jim Ross.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why Linda took a stunner, because she was evil.
Yeah.
Hey, anyway, so
mine's Steve Blackman.
Yours is a good choice.
The Lethal Weapon.
Triple H, the great karaoke. Yours is the Lethal Weapon. Probably good at karaoke as well. I don't know. Uses his nunchucks for microphones, whatever. Mine is something different. You said Triple H was a great figure wrestling, and mine immediately went to action figures. I pick the WCW Bash at the Beach ring, and I will zoom in the camera for that, which was an action figure.
You can't do this.
It could be anything.
That is going all out of focus.
For podcast listeners who aren't watching this on YouTube, I do apologise.
Yeah, you have to explain what this is.
Yeah, can you explain that again?
I am definitely going to explain it to people, because I realise this is the microphone.
Can I see it?
It is the WCW Bash at the Beach ring.
What the hell is that?
Which was a wrestling ring that floated in the bath. So you could have your wrestling action figures, and WCW action figures were way better than WWF's action figures in the late 90s, early 2000s. So you could use Sid Vicious there, using some sort of water gun, which was just your bath water. Your own filth is taking out Bill Goldberg, but he's in the Hall of Fame, so it's all right. Bret Hart is going to nearly drown. He's hanging on for dear life.
Billy Kidman on a slide.
Billy Kidman on a slide, and Booker T with a rubber ring.
Oh no!
To prevent drowning.
Oh no!
So were these all accessories that came with the ring, or the?
Oh yeah, and that was
separately?
that all came with the ring, and that was when I got it. I think as a kid, 20 quid, and that is amazing. There's no way you're gonna get that value for money nowadays. Sadly, they didn't do like what WWE do nowadays, and if they do an action figure thing, they have like 3 shark cage matches, and they didn't decide to have a ring.
I wish they did.
I wish they did as well.
In a river. Like
that would be a fantastic. Was it the Spring Break WCW shows?
Oh yeah, they did do right. Yeah,
but they didn't really.
Yeah, but it wasn't Bash at the Beach. Yes.
Did anyone end up in the water?
Lodi got thrown in, didn't he?
I can't remember if Lodi did. Kevin Nash, drunk as.
Right,
hell.
have
you I didn't swear. Did a cannonball.
Have you heard Kevin Nash's story about the spring when he catches a beer from like 20 stories up? It's a lie.
Yeah, but it's amazing the way he tells it.
It's very Brent. It's very David.
He's
Brent.
like Sergio Leone when it comes to these drunk stories, because he's like, he did that. He got in the camera, he sounded slow in his words, and goes, yeah, but you don't know I'm the Olympic diving champion, and just cannonballs away from the Big Show. And yeah, so Bischoff says, well, you fined. He goes, what? He goes, you're drunk. He goes, I'm drunk? And he goes, all on the scaffold and whatever.
Yeah.
So the fans just drinking tequilas or whatever. He goes, what are you drinking? Go, tequila sunrise. Grab it. And he drops it from 20 feet and he catches it like that. And he goes, do I look drunk to you? Bischoff's like, damn it. And Buff Bagwell goes, wow, that was amazing. And Kevin Nash goes, so drunk. again,
not true.
Yeah, of course,
no
like
way.
all wrestling stories, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. I mean, it's amazing. The way he tells it is...
Centre Stage is the name of that arena, by the way.
Oh, that's it, thank you. I always just think of it as a mothership, because, you know...
You can delete your comments now.
Nah, it's too late. If it only were that easy.
Now that you've opened this up to not just wrestlers, but things... this is going to be next week's. I'm going to think of a humdinger.
Right. So please send in
A humdinger.
Oh, humdinger.
Not a humdinger. A humdinger. Oh, she's a humdinger. No. No. That was awful. So I've gone for Blackman. Ross, while Maffew recovers, you've gone for Triple H. And Maffew, you've gone for the WCW Bash at the Beach ring bath playset.
Yes.
Right.
Patreon.com /Cultaholic.
I was asking you, I was like...
Facebook.com /Cultaholic.
No,
Patreon.com.
Patreon.
Is it just Patreon?
Just on the Patreon.
I think just on the Patreon.
Give us your money.
But it's just a little extra for the patrons, isn't it? It's not like...
A little extra for us, you mean?
No, they're not missing out. They're just on the... Look, who will join Rusev is all I'm saying.
We should get some sort of like a board with all the pictures of the people so it actually means something.
Yeah, we will. Don't worry.
That's a great idea.
Stick it on the wall behind me.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like the fridge on Top Gear.
I hope you don't win.
It's not a fridge.
I don't want the Hall of Fame to be immediately. I don't want the Hall of Fame to be immediately tainted, but as if it wasn't enough already. But by
the prestigious Hall of Fame to be tainted
by a toy ring.
Monday Night Raw, or as we call it over here, Tuesday Morning Raw. And I'm gonna look at my results here. It's got Reigns does steroids on my notes in case I forgot that.
Allegedly.
No. Well, I mean that's your job to say allegedly. I just say that. Braun Strowman was fired by Kurt Angle for his vicious attack with the Batarang last week. So Kurt Angle fired him, showing that underneath all those surgeries, Kurt Angle still has a backbone. Oh. And then Braun Strowman took it very well, with great dignity, and
Was that this week?
Yes, it was.
It feels like so long ago now. It feels like so... We pulled the medal down. No, that was the end of last week, and then this week's where he got fired.
Yeah, if you thought that was bad, someone should try to ring me to give me a job. But we'll carry on because Cultaholic is more important.
You should probably answer that.
I'll ring him later.
All right.
But, I mean, I've already hung up on him, so I can't ring him. Right, yeah, what do you want?
Bloody Goldberg over here.
I'm talking about Goldberg's beard. Come on. So Braun Strowman took it with great dignity and wrecked the place, and it was amazing.
Yep.
And it just kept on going, which is exactly what you want from Braun Strowman's segment. It's like, all right, he's been doing this for a bit, and then he's like, carries on.
Did it not leave you with a bitter aftertaste, though? Because how Kurt got rang by Stephanie, and Stephanie rehired him. It's set up for next week for Steph to come back, ruin the anniversary by just like castrating Kurt Angle for being silly.
Okay, yeah, that's always going to happen, isn't it? It's going to castrate him like Kai Val Venus.
I know, it's so sad, isn't it?
Yes, but no, even better than that was Kurt Angle going, Braun, put Michael Cole down. I called off the cops. I'm like, why? Like, I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. You know that crazy man who was destroying the place? Yeah, he stopped.
I liked I'm sure we were going to mention it at some point. The $12 million line was brilliant as well.
I'm still waiting for excuse to put that in a video because it's just it's too good a line.
Oh my God, they're $12 million.
God, they're worth $12 million.
It's the first thing that pops to mind.
Oh no. They're worth $12 million.
We call him, what was it, a wild elephant? I laughed at that for some reason. Called Braun Strowman a wild elephant.
It was good. It was different. It was a different Raw. I like Raw. Yeah. I like Raw. It reminds me of the Attitude Era when things would go down backstage for a prolonged period of time. You used to have like DX locking Kane in a truck or something, and then they'd have their match, and then Kane's here somehow.
Oh, and Triple H blocked the door with a forklift so the guys couldn't come out. I think it was another time. Lots of barricading.
At the early TNA where Ken Shamrock got his bodybuilder British mate or someone to lock the security out of the building, and he just stood there like that in front of the door all night, and that's pretty cool. That's a worse example. No, it was a bad example.
No, they had Great Khali do that on Raw.
Yeah.
So Codster 9 was like, he's like the Thwomps in Mario Party. You have to give him coin before he moves.
No, I can't.
There he goes again.
I'm going to fill the quota. This thing, you guys have the good looks. I have the nerd references. That's the only thing I got going for me.
To be fair, I'm sure there'll be a lot of viewers who'll get that.
Yeah.
We just don't.
It'll be like that. Ha. All right, cool.
They'll just be sat in their beds.
We came for wrestling. I enjoyed it. I like Braun going. Somehow managing to fit in the production truck.
Yeah.
Got to see Kevin Dunn.
Yeah.
All $4.8 million worth of them, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he gets paid a year.
Oh, God, he's headed
Can
for
you
Kevin
imagine?
Dunn.
So he
he's
loved
worth
this.
$4.8 million.
He made a cameo like Hitchcock. That's what he sees himself as. And I put the gif of him pushing over the truck, and it was so... Again, because I'm the botch guy, so people are like, oh, that's obviously going into it. Look how fake it is. I'm like, no one's watching this thinking it's real. We're watching it because we know it's a bit ridiculous.
They did it again, though, which I didn't like. You know, my show, I point out the mistakes as well.
Do you?
Sort of. You know.
I'll never work.
Yeah. They had that camera shot. You remember when Shane McMahon got put in the back of the car by
yeah. Oh,
AJ
yeah,
Styles?
I know.
They had the fake taxi camera shot in the back. They had the bloody... For some reason, they couldn't do a camera shot on top of the lorry's, like, hood thing.
Right.
Like, just as it was tipping over. It's like, why? How would they get access to that?
Yeah. That
Why
poor
would that
cameraman had to fall. And
It's like, why was that needed? Why was it necessary? Plus, he saw everybody, like, off camera, standing there filming and Braun doing it instead of, like, stopping them.
Right, and the security guys behind Kurt have to go, like, there's like... So you ever see which of the Bond film where he's driving the hovercraft? Like,
This is my wheelhouse now. I think you'll find that's...
It's not View to Kill. No.
Oh, is it Roger Moore one?
It's a Roger Moore
What's he
one.
driving in? Well, I can imagine Brosnan. Oh, it's a little boat that Brosnan drives.
Yeah,
Okay.
but then that's...
Oh, Moonraker maybe.
Yeah, that sounds like the right era.
Where the
and
pigeon
like all
does the double take.
Yeah, the pigeon. Yeah, that's the way. Yeah, pigeon did a double take, and then there's the old man who's drinking, and then sees that, and then like pulls his drink out to show that he's too. Yeah, they should have just kept on going and fall out with that random people walking backstage.
There's a waiter pouring a glass of wine and he misses it, and
It's like, my leg is covered in. Oh no!
There's nothing better than a bad Bond film.
Yes, and God, anyway.
I can't get
that was like a bad. That needed the sheriff.
I can't.
How did they do
What do you mean? He pushed the van?
No, I can't get sidetracked on Bond. I'll be here all day.
Yeah, me too.
How do you reckon they did it this time? Because you didn't see the blocks under the wheels like you did with the ambulance.
Well, they shot it and it was missing the top half.
Just
like
a
you
big
couldn't see the
old
top
rope.
half of the van, so yeah. Yes,
They would have been pulling that.
I have worked on many a film production, and so yes, it was a rope.
Oh, fair.
That was a joke.
Good expertise. No, that's pretty
You
good.
said that so
It's
seriously.
good that.
Maffew knows what he's talking about.
He threw Michael Cole even though he wasn't going to, just to please the crowd.
Yes.
But it was the safest.
He knows what we like.
It was I'm not saying that Michael Cole should be going out taking like Shane McMahon bumps or anything, but it looked very safe. Like they all held him for a second in the air and then all fell.
You could
over.
hear him going, "I got you, I got you."
Could you?
As if it was like some like Saving Private Ryan or something.
Yeah. Well, I think that's fair. I mean, it is Michael Cole.
Yeah.
I like
he's hench. You see him with his shirt off. Oof. Oof.
Yeah, he does what everyone does. He does the immediately after doing a workout gym selfie, so you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's like, all right, yeah, great. Takes someone with a Big Show had abs, and it was like, he's got abs. Yeah, immediately after doing like 50 crunches, let's see him, a week from now after just eating a steak dinner.
Look, I can't.
Wow, don't I sound bitter?
No,
Sorry.
I was gonna say.
Geez, sorry, a bit of a rant there. But yeah, good for you, Michael Cole. Other wrestling. Titus Worldwide have their second victory over the Bar.
I forgot about that.
You don't seem to be too impressed with that, Jack.
No.
You're holding your nose like you've just been told bad news.
I just feel like the Bar deserve not to be losing to Titus Worldwide. That's
I
all.
just think,
Well, I mean, they lost because Jason Jordan.
like Titus Worldwide are pawns in this game, aren't they?
Well
Jason
said.
Jordan versus D-Bar.
They're being played like damn fiddles.
I don't think it's going anywhere for them. Although it might do.
I think they're getting a nice chance to shine because we can't have the Bar versus the Shield forever and ever.
Yeah.
And that was at SummerSlam last year, and now it's, okay, carrying on.
That's true.
I mean, the Revival, I don't know. I read something like yesterday. It was like, the Revival cut that promo where, like, we're professional
I have that on my
wrestlers.
notes.
Professional wrestlers on sports entertainers. Apparently Vince is unhappy with that, legitimately.
Isn't that...
I find it hard to believe
Isn't that not one of these things where people say, like, oh, they've said that, so that means because we know that. That isn't... Because that's the gimmick. Like,
in 2018, bloody hell, Christ. I find it hard to believe that anyone in their position would just go out there and say whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He must have greenlit that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's one of these things where you're supposed to think, oh, no. Like, no, I don't think that's... It's hard to tell sometimes what's a real story of what people consider to be, like... They changed this because everyone knew it was going to happen. It's like, oh, maybe they just thought, yeah.
Maybe that was the original idea. Yeah, it's
right.
hard.
This is what we want you to think. No, we have to think what you don't want us to think.
I don't.
So when they do this, it's like,
I feel like.
I've gone cross-eyed.
They don't care what we think as much as we think they do. Or they don't care about surprising us as much as, except for like when Reigns was 30 in the Rumble. Maybe that was a deliberate.
That was an effective
Surprise.
looking back.
Was it? Well, to get heat on, yeah.
No, because Orton won, and if it wasn't Reigns to be eliminated, and everyone thinking, oh no, Roman's going to win, and then going, oh, Roman's
we better cheer for
Roman
Orton
Reigns
now.
didn't win. Better cheer Roman Reigns. He didn't win. We better cheer for the other guy. So that was quite an effective tool. Yeah, it was a massive troll when it happened.
Yeah, that great period where Roman Reigns was a baddie, and then after he beat Undertaker, I was like, my yard. He went back to being a goodie. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, you've just been a dick for 3 months.
The network special had that as the 6th best moment in Raw history, that promo.
And I was there. So, yeah. I was on that. I was, boo!
It was a great list as a man.
Oh, it was great.
As a man in the list game, that was a good list, apart from that entry, which just bastardised the whole thing.
You're quite efficient at this list game. So,
what
do you think of the list?
Been in the game for 3 years now.
What was the number one choice?
It was Austin and the old beer truck.
Fair enough.
Okay.
It's a moment. Vince swimming. Everyone laughed.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, but that was number one.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you have number?
Was it all like? Probably off the top of my head, you probably think I don't know. I'll get really old school and think like Flair beating Hennig in the loser.
Jericho.
Yeah, clearly cutting edge, man. All right, yeah, okay.
Jericho's debut, which Pachi doesn't think is that.
The debut was amazing, and then it was all downhill because Jericho was not that good. It was not a good fit in the ring at the time, and the character needed a lot of chiseling out.
Right.
But the debut was amazing. Yeah.
He's so cool. Let's just put our analysis there. Yeah.
And the crowd, they go, who is it? Jericho. Yeah.
And then he comes out. Oh, he's just such a star. Sorry, we're talking about current Raw, aren't we? Just love Jericho. He's just
current Raw. Jericho's going to be on Raw next week, and
if he was, that would be. I'm sure he'd. What?
Jericho's on Raw next week.
No.
Yes.
Isn't that a thing? Yeah.
Yeah. He is.
Oh, I missed it. Yeah, obviously because there was the whole like, is he still signed thing? Yeah, right.
Is he going to bring New Japan people?
No.
I've ruined one of the mailbag questions there.
Oh, good. We already answered that. You did.
Well,
what do you mean? We haven't seen the mailbag yet, Ross.
I actually haven't seen the mailbag yet, so I'm going to be nicely surprised when the questions come in.
Edit this however you like. So, what else happened on Raw? I'm glad you asked me. Revival beat local competitors. And that was their name on Raw.com. WWE.com. Ooh, I'm sure that's a good website. Which it was local competitors. It's like, oh, that's nice. That's
it wasn't Bailey's boyfriend and friend.
No, or Extra Talent Ed was their name when they were over in the UK getting work experience Ed. And they had a horrible finish, and they like me because I put them in a video. And, but they were Bailey, or one of them is. You one can watch. And Cedric Alexander beat Tony Nese. Asuka beat Nia Jax via knee injury.
Well, she landed on her arse.
Her arse is fine. So they could, they have Asuka versus Nia. They go, oh, this is a big match. Well, we better not have it on Raw then. So it goes to no finish.
Yeah.
But Asuka still wins. So it's like, okay. But then it gives us a chance. Enzo was comforted by Nia last week.
Oh,
so this week is like, Yari. You don't sweat much for a fat lass.
I think.
And the classic Newcastle lines.
I don't know how they went from Enzo and Nia Jax's story confuses me because they went from bit of flirting to she's his like carer when he's ill. Like she told him, I've brought some soup for Enzo. He's not feeling very well. And I was like, you haven't got together yet. What's going on? I'm very confused.
I think that's a good sign when someone brings that's a keeper. That
well, yeah,
someone brings you soup when you're ill.
They weren't even. It
didn't look very nice though. The chicken soup.
It was in like a Tupperware.
More like a pot noodle.
Wow. Hey, when you're ill.
Yeah.
A pot noodle is quite nice.
Sorry, this was my fault.
Bish.
But the storyline confused me. I don't know where it's going. What's the end game?
They have a child.
Oh, yes. 3 words. Live sex celebration. I think it's weird because a lot of people go, are they doing this just to make fun of like Nia? Or like, haha, Enzo has to get with Nia and Nia's fat. Because all the crowd reactions have been, yay! Like, this will be cool. This will be funny.
I think Nia's got like, the potential to be the biggest baby face in the company, just because of like who she is and what she stands for. And
she just seems quite likeable.
Yeah, she's not like most
laughing.
girls.
No, she's not like most girls.
And I thought it was, I'm not a monster when it first hit. Like,
I'm not a monster.
Yeah, legit, because, whatever. I don't get the eyes. If they change the eyes thing, she does it left and right, but there's like a picture of Enzo on either side at the start of the intro. So I think that'll work because Enzo Amore is amazing on the mic.
Yeah, he is.
Dog rough in the ring, but that's his gimmick, and I think it works great. Some people go, no, when they see him wrestle, Enzo bad, but like, he's supposed to be bad. That's why he's got an army of people. He's very charismatic.
He can't back up the words he speaks. That's his gimmick, isn't it?
Yes.
I really like when he's annoyed at Tony Nese. Like, Tony, what are you doing, Tony? It's brilliant. I do like it.
That was a good accent.
Yeah, thank you. I'm alright at accents, mate.
The best line of the week was probably, he goes to challenge Cedric and Goldust, and he goes, you know what, on second thought, which is 2 more than yous have had tonight.
Oh, very
I'm
good.
like, there we go. That's all I need. Yeah, Goldust is teaming with Cedric Alexander, which is great for Goldust. Cedric Alexander
I saw
has
a tweet about this.
Goldust, one of the most charismatic and unique gimmicks of all of wrestling history. Loved by many, been around for decades, loads of titles, face paint, goth jacket, film references. Cedric Alexander, smiles,
Well,
awesome finisher, and
that's it, isn't it?
in the dark as being alone.
Well,
I did that, I can't remember all the lyrics. Whoa, I mean, it is a great song.
Used to dream he had it all.
Used to dream I had it all.
I like Cedric.
Good that.
Oh, yeah, and
think
so
he's
he could be anybody.
Yeah, but I think he's very smooth in the ring.
That's the same across the board in
Well,
205 Live, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much Enzo versus insert name.
As a man who admittedly doesn't watch the weekly show, which I've been told is a mistake, because I heard it's quite good. Was it?
Sometimes it can be. It can be, but it's also, you know, after SmackDown. So the crowd's usually for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Woo! It's a 2 hour. I was like, okay,
Just-
hurry up! I want to see the dark match main event.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, in theory, it's good sometimes.
But they put no
whatever.
effort into getting over the characters at all, which
Yeah.
is like really weird.
Speaking of weird, Sasha Banks lost to Sonya Deville very quickly, and so people are saying this is a punishment for ending the career of Paige. Or it could be that they're putting Absolution over.
Yes, that's what I
It's, you know, or if you're smart, you do articles about both and get the hits
Right.
of both opinions. The Kotaku way.
I didn't think it was too bad, because Sonya's an MMA woman, isn't she? So her kicks are going to hurt harder than most wrestlers,
Right.
aren't they? That's my logic.
Right.
And Sasha got winded by one right in the ribs, so
Yeah.
fair enough.
Wow, you're good at this, Ross. How good is he? What do you think? Even though he's just set the standard.
Yeah,
so.
no, I can't top that really. She had her hair down this time.
Because she puts it up. What's his catchphrase? I've lost it.
She puts it up when it goes down or something. When it all goes down. I've just made that up. I don't know.
What?
I don't
It
know.
all goes
Not
down.
like
Yeah.
that. No, not at all, sir. I meant like
Are you referring to weave mode?
weave mode.
Let's make that up.
Wow. Oh,
So if you're not, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Bree mode. She put.
That was the reference.
She puts. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to have a little sing. It's just been a while since I've said
Oh,
Bree
back
mode.
for the Rumble, me, Brie. He used to love it, me, when she got Brie mode.
Bree
She sounded so manly. For a woman, so womanly.
I like it with That'll be it. Oh, it finally works, and her hair turns yellow, and the ring starts shaking. It's like, oh, finally, after all these years, she gets it. So yeah, have your opinion there. Matt Hardy version 5.0 it's still at beta, but it's getting updates every week. He's he still laughs. Beat Heath Slater. Heath Slater and Rhino are. It looks like they're going to be the first team to turn on each other this year. And Seth Balor, wow, well done, Maffew. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor had a main event that was quite hard hitting. And
Balor's
Go
a
on.
bit foolish, isn't he?
Go on.
Have you seen
Say
this?
what's happened in the match.
well, either the good bit or the bad bit.
The good bit.
The good bit was they messed up the finish.
No.
Good bit for me. Yeah, they had a weird ending where I'll get the bad bit out of the way. Where Finn Balor rolled him. The ref does the thing where he's, all right, cool. My hand has gone down to steady myself rather than land on my knees because I'm, what the hell? 1, 2, crowd reacts like it's 3. No, and then.
I thought
the
that was all right, mate. It looked like he was repositioning himself, but
Yeah, lots of referees do that, but then they show the replay and the commentators gave him no help.
Yeah.
The referee's messed up. That's rotten. It was like Shearer watching the video replay, the Norwich-Chelsea game. That's diabolical. So I don't know why the commentators would point it out. Like maybe Vince was like, "Yeah, get him."
Yeah.
But then some stuff happened. They brawled. The crowd's like, "I don't know what's happening." Then it didn't matter because why don't you take it away, Jack?
Because the curb stomp's back, but it's not called the curb stomp anymore.
Is it
It's the
not?
blackout, I think. Is it the blackout?
Blackout. Because there's negative connotations with curb stomp.
I'm not
Curb stomp's racist, but
I was going to say.
Oh God!
Yeah, have you just realised?
That's a no-win situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is hoping to get the blackout.
Oh dear. Oh yeah. Oh, have they done that on purpose? No, there's no way they've done that on
It was on
purpose.
MLK Day as well.
I know.
Yeah, that was another bad. Remember Big E taking one on MLK?
See the gif, someone's done it of me.
It's just terrible. Anyway.
It was
Hang
a weird time to bring it back, wasn't it?
Yeah, blackout used to be the name of Ruckus's finisher in CZW, and it wasn't a curb stop. I'm disgusted by this. Someone should be fired. Why blackout? How does that even fit the character of the name?
Because when you're Finn Balor, you take it like a numpty. Do you see the slow motion replay?
Yes.
It's all on his head.
Oh,
Well, how
really?
else are you supposed to take it?
I don't know. I'm not a wrestler.
I can't wait for him to
Having never taken a bump, hands down.
Beautiful. Go on, get on the...
That is fun.
Get Roy Brookside to see that and teach the guys. And
But the way there's a slow motion thing on the YouTube, WWE's YouTube,
the YouTube.
and it looked like it hurt.
It's supposed to hurt. It's trying to win the
No,
match.
like legitimately hurt his
Oh.
head, like a concussion.
Oh, good.
Ring a ding ding.
Well, Finn loves them. How great would it be if they're like, well, this is a rematch for the Universal title first match, and Seth just Finn again.
I'm excited the move's back.
I'm laughing so hard at that.
The knee was bad, wasn't it? Really,
It never goes.
Oh, Bret Hart's run was amazing. Bret Hart's run, like, he did it a few places, but it was in Newcastle. It was
He really doesn't like
can you
Rollins.
We had the fucking Guinness. Can you believe that he kneed him that hard? That he broke his nose. How bad is that?
That's a good Bret Hart, that.
Thank you. I've just,
Well, he was
years of
unreal.
watching him, like, because
Wow.
he's easy to do. Well, maybe sounds nothing like him, but to me, in my head, it's Bret.
You know, I was here the other week. Yeah, he's kind of. You can do it.
He's just got that. He's kind of throaty, but not really. So, can you believe he broke his nose? How reckless do you have to be to do that? He just
my
kept on
God.
going and going.
I just don't think he likes Seth Rollins very much because he.
I don't think he likes the risky ring style because he was all about like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. He loved them. But he flat out said, yeah, because they're Canadian.
Oh right.
So
Bloody racist.
What to
like somebody for?
non-Canadians?
Die to all non-Canadians out there. Bret Hart is a racist.
Do you remember '97? That was pretty.
Well, yeah.
We have family values here in Canada.
He's a very funny man, isn't he? Without meaning to be, Bret Hart.
I'm not this debate again about Bret versus Shawn because it's. I will fight to the death.
Oh, no.
To say Bret was better than Shawn.
Oh no, it doesn't matter.
Don't care.
You were never on Simpsons. Not the Simpsons. Simpsons. Do you not see that?
Oh, the little video on Instagram.
He had a video on Instagram.
Oh yeah. Because I took it on Twitter and got like 5,000.
Oh, was it you on
retweets.
Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks, Bret.
Was it Lesnar he was calling out?
What's up, Lesnar? You don't have this, do you? Like what? Why? Like why is he hating Brock all of a sudden? Did he hurt somebody? SmackDown was this week, and if you skipped it, don't worry, we watched it for you. And what a thriller-minute cure for insomnia this was, eh?
Wow.
There was a lot of wrestling
Harsh to
compared to
SmackDown.
normal.
Was there?
Wow.
There was a lot of matches compared to normal.
I've never been happier to see an advert break in my life.
Wow.
Go on, what did you like about it? Or do you want me to go through the results?
Go on. Yeah, sorry. Go
Oh, yeah,
through
there
the
we go. SmackDown in front of a crowd so quiet they have to have the pulse checked in between matches. Jinder Mahal beat Xavier Woods in a match that was so long I needed to shave midway through it. Bobby Roode defeated Mojo Rawley, Killer Instinct, etc. Jinder Mahal beat up Bobby Roode afterwards. Bobby Roode demanded the finals tonight. But Jinder went, nah, mate. Which didn't make any sense because he just beat him up. So he's like, yeah, great, you idiot. Daniel Bryan made it a match. Crowd was so excited they looked up from their phones for 3 minutes ago. Riot Squad beat Charlotte, Becky, and Naomi. So it wasn't that long of a match. So again, we must assume that Charlotte, Becky, and Naomi are all getting buried, or not getting buried, depending on what gets the most hits. And Bobby Roode beat Jinder Mahal to win the US title.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. That's what I liked about SmackDown. Bobby Roode getting his title.
Yes.
Fair enough.
That bit, I liked him winning.
Yeah, I like that. I like that he's the US champion.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to crap on the in-ring action. It wasn't that bad. The show itself...
There wasn't a lot going on.
No.
No.
This is the
I
second.
bet Vince was captivated though, because it was like the WWE style all night. Apart from the women, I guess they were a bit more risque.
Ooh.
We had Rude and Jinder leading the way most of the night. Two safe, very,
Yeah, what's the word?
What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, very not basic's the wrong word.
Not basic. But they don't take too many risks. They're very
safe.
Vince McMahon's
solid.
Vince McMahon's wet dream.
Good enough for government work.
Cowards, as Daniel Bryan would call them. Like you call them.
Yes. Yeah, they did the Miz style when Miz did that
the
promo.
Miz style.
Yeah.
Don't you walk away from.
Well, yeah, I'm pleased for Bobby Roode, but I just want him to be a heel.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Face.
I was more pleased than the crowd were that he won, and they did a thing afterwards with there's another tribute to Dolph Ziggler, R.I.P. We did ask if the fire alarm was going to go off.
That's right, it's gone.
It's gone.
That's the first time I've experienced that in this office.
Same, yeah. Bobby Roode.
What a momentous occasion. No, keep it in.
Keep that in. It's a bit
of garnish,
Humanises the podcast,
I'm stretching.
Lets everyone see our flaws and our weaknesses. It's all good.
Well, they're all here, pal. Don't worry. Brought to you by HD. Haha. But you regret that. And yeah, what were you saying? The flaws, weaknesses, solidness.
I was sorry. The
White
point
bread.
about Bobby. I was just going to say.
Generic.
I really hope that
Lame.
that Bobby Roode
Sucks.
not teams with. I hope there's an interaction in a future run, or maybe next year or the year after, where Bobby Roode's in the ring and Eric Young comes down all sanity and they recognise each other and they're all a bit like, aren't you from? Because they used to be in Team Canada. Do you remember?
I do remember.
And they were brilliant. I thought they were really good.
Oh, Team Canada held TNA together for a number of years. And they even reunited very briefly with the four-way at one of the pay-per-views in 2016.
Was P.E. Williams there?
No, so he's only just come back.
Yeah, that's right, and didn't win in Canada. That's Impact News.
I can't believe a Canadian wrestler wouldn't win in Canada.
Well,
before we move on,
go ahead.
The Raw commentators picked up on a mistake from a referee that they shouldn't really have.
Yeah, they did.
But
they all joined in.
The SmackDown commentary team didn't pick up on a mistake by the referee that they probably should have, because Jinder's shoulder was up for a good half second and Rube flopped his arm down on top of Jinder's arm to put it back down. It's clear as day, clear in the Raw one. Nobody mentioned it.
Why did Jinder kick out?
Maybe he wanted to win.
It was just like one of them. And he was down.
It was one of those spasms, like when Tank Abbott punched that guy out.
And then he mocked it.
Yeah.
What? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible, that.
Oh, the good old days when a guy got knocked out, I was like, I'll be fine.
But I just thought...
And the magic book it out.
I thought it was weird how clear it was and they didn't pick up on it because it was unavoidable. It would have been a nice little hook to set up.
Like Jinder's push, it was unavoidable.
Set up a rivalry.
Oh, God. Yeah, why not? One of the things that made SmackDown such a thrill a minute was... They must have had a house show somewhere else, other part of the country, because all the main stars sent in smartphone videos of themselves. And I love this because Kevin Dunn has been with WWE for decades at least, and it makes how much a year?
4.8 million apparently.
4.8 million, good for him. And so this man who knows production, it's like, okay, Miz and Baron had those good bits with the smartphones because they looked like they were convincingly being like, yeah, all right, pal, yeah, I'm going to do... And then Miz was like, I'm going to kill you, I'm driving now in my car to run you over, and all this. And it worked well. So...
Because it wasn't in the show.
Yeah, right.
It was on Twitter.
Yeah, and that's right, it was actually a smartphone thing. These were to look like smartphone promos. Yeah. So they were overly lit, like proper promos. So Randy Orton looked older than Bob Orton.
He looked like Silas Young to me.
Yeah, right, yeah. He looked like the last true gentleman.
Man. Last real man.
Gentleman. No, nothing gentle.
He's nothing gentle.
No.
Rough man.
Rough.
Ooh. I've experienced that before. Bringing back bad memories.
Oh, you went to school with Jack?
No. Oh, that was so slow of me there.
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
That was a Jack's dad joke, by the way.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, you know what's gosh.
Nakamura?
Nakamura did one, and again, but they were both overly lit like this, but this is supposed to look nice, professional.
Yeah.
Yet on the smartphone, so it looked crap. They sounded crap because they didn't give real promos; they gave scripted promos. You're like, well, what the hell?
Sarah Logan's. I was brought up by wolves. And that was it.
I feel bad for Sarah Logan.
I don't.
I think she's really canny. Look at her. She's great. Look at her wrestle. I don't mean. No, I'm saying she's a good wrestler.
We should see her box.
Yeah, should never speak.
But she seems like a really likeable woman. I know she's a heel.
To be fair to her, she's young. I didn't realise she's only 24, which is like a bairn.
All wrestlers are bairns.
A little bairn.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like how some wrestlers now are younger than me.
Yeah. Oh.
You probably hit.
Oh, you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I like Tyler Bate enough. He's a bit weird. Why is he a bit antisocial? He's 19. Your whole life flashes that I've wasted it. But yeah, I don't know. What was that Jim Cornette line about Sable? It's like, I don't know what the guy got for giving her a live mic, but I hope it was at least 5 to 10 years. Yeah, that was Sarah Logan. That Game Eat promo she did a few weeks ago. Game Eat. Anyway, so yeah, so those were those promos, and even worse than the fact that they were overly lit production, whatever, trying to do the best of both worlds, but he's not Hoover, so it didn't work, was the fact that the crowd made no noise. So, yeah, I will be there. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. Why aren't you here?
Yeah.
We paid for you. And maybe they did, maybe they didn't, because 205 Live happened. 205 Live.
Did anything happen on 205?
They just did more of the Raw stuff with Enzo and Cedric and Goldust getting giant pop, and then it's like, and here's Cedric too, and like, yeah. Okay.
Have they explained why he's on there, apart from he's Cedric's pal?
Cedric's mate?
That's it. I think everyone just goes, yeah, he's getting the biggest pop of the right, yeah, keep him. But yeah, even Enzo goes, hey, 205.
Well...
So what was the response to that?
Shut up, Enzo.
Does he wrestle on 205 Live though, Goldust, or does he just turn up for support?
Oh no, he didn't wrestle this week.
He wrestles on
He's
Raw.
moral support, because you want that guy that, lost to Roddy Piper.
He wrestles in the purple robed matches on Raw though.
No, they're no longer purple robed.
I was about to say that.
Cole said after they won the tag match, what a great victory here on 205 Live. On Raw. I'm like, no, because it used to be the Cruiserweight division, but now it's just purple. And they haven't even changed the the Royal Rumble graphic to purple this year. It's just red. It's like, whatever, screw 205 Live. So maybe the end is coming or not, whatever gets clicks. So that happened. It was only 30 minutes because Mixed Match Challenge episode 1 happened on Facebook.
Didn't see it.
Haven't seen it.
Well, of course you wouldn't, because it didn't air in this country.
English, yeah.
It was on the network the next day though, and the crowd were really loud for this. They made no noise during SmackDown. Were more awake for 205 Live. All right, and then Mixed Match Challenge. I was like, yeah they were hyped for that.
Sasha's in the Bullet Club now.
Yes.
She's doing the.
And Finn Balor had the small shirt and.
He did the thing, didn't he?
He did the slide.
Yeah.
Him doing the slide wasn't as good as Sasha Banks doing the click sign. I like the click sign better.
He's got a set of hips on him, hasn't he? Your boy Balor.
Yes, if you're a fan of dick pics, definitely get yourself on Finn Balor's Twitter.
Wow.
Oh,
his pose is that.
They're all very penisy.
Yeah, you can not only see the cock, you can see the veins and what the gender of his first kid is going to be. I mean, those are tight tights. If you don't believe me, at Finn, whatever the frig. So yeah, I thought it was interesting. They really hyped it up, did a good job. It's not going to mean much in the long run, as we said last week. I didn't realise it was for charity. Yeah. So I feel bad after we were like, I'm not bothered about it. You're like, yeah, it's
I think they've made a massive whoopsie here, WWE.
Yeah, go on.
They have dangled a big old carrot in front of 11 charities by announcing who each team is fighting for before the actual predetermined wrestling thing is happening.
Apparently every charity...
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Why didn't they just say, just not announce the charity, and at the end, we've been fighting for, and then they don't just kill 11 other charities.
Apparently,
we're ringing to get we're ringing to get your permission to be involved in the charity. Oh, we'd love a donation for No, you ain't winning.
100 grand's just dangling there, and they can't quite.
Apparently, all of the charities get a lower amount, and then the winners get more. So they are giving money to some of the other charities.
Because the last time I saw,
the $10 donation counts.
Last time I saw it was just the winners get 100k, and then the losers get a pat on the arse.
And we're coming to the most exciting part of the feature. What's that say? Talk to the audience. Great. All right, our first question. Mailbag.
I'm just having a bit of a stander. Right? Yeah, I was just having a bit of a stretch.
You trying to get away?
No, I was just having a bit of a stretch.
You're like, mailbag. I'm just going to go take this.
I'm not scared of the fans. I love it. Come on, ask all the questions.
You should be. I've met some of yours. Question one. Now. Oh, no. I don't do sharing. Question number 1 comes from Keezy. If you had to come up with a one-off gimmick pay-per-view, Which gimmick would you build it around, and what would be your main event? Keezy, hang on, has his own things in case we say the same thing and Keezy accused of plagiarising
All
them.
right.
Mine would be a Battle of the Finishers pay-per-view. Wrestlers with the same finisher would go head-to-head. CM Punk versus Kenta for the GTS. Killian Dane versus Kenny Omega for the One-Winged Angel / Ulster Plantation. And a 200-man Royal Rumble for everyone who uses the super kick.
Oh, very good.
All right, you ended on it.
You
You got a bit cringy there. You pulled it back. Well done, Keezy. All right. Okay.
I would replace Judgment Day with Rusev Day.
All right.
They would have a match at the end, and the loser would get shot by a tank. That would be a main event.
That'd be quite good.
That's
Think.
I genuinely can't. Have you got one? Do you want to go first?
I'm going to pull this one out of my backside and say the Bash at the Beach floating ring, the Thriller on the River,
Yeah.
whatever. Get Don King to promote it. Yeah, sure. I mean, they've already had the Gulf of Mexico match with CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero, Chavo Guerrero.
Yes.
The other one. the Ringo of the Guerreros. And yeah, so I think this is a natural progression. We'll have the ring. It'll be on Facebook Watch.
To be fair,
So
you
don't have to have a
can't-
crowd.
I actually want to see it.
you can't argue that
Because FMW did this, but I'll pretend that no one knows that.
if they built that as a genuine like end of month pay per view, people would watch that. I'd watch that.
I'll watch it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd watch that. I'll go for some kind of like if they could do Crush Hour but in real life.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you. Cheers. I'd do that. I don't know how they could do it.
Are there
but-
any like things like that, like outside of wrestling? Because I know the Monster Talk shows.
Well,
but-
Takeshi's Castle.
I've been on some
Yeah.
the past few weeks. I've been part of some Impact Wrestling conference calls, right, with some wrestlers.
Woo!
No, I'm
wait,
just
have you
saying.
really?
Yeah.
How come we never discuss Impact on here? They must be thrilled with that. Thanks for talking about it.
You just don't have time. There's
There's
just
just
too
so
much
much
other
wrestling.
stuff to...
And apparently there was a big Impact. It was either upcoming or it's just been a big mini golf tournament with all the Impact. So at the start of the conference call, you had the host doing some banter with Eli Drake, and he was like, "Eli, I hear you're a pretty hot mini golf player," and he's like, "That's right. And if there's another thing I'm good at, it's keeping a hold of this Impact Heavyweight Impact Global Championship." It's because he was.
Wait, this is what a conference call is?
Well, most of them have been out.
Discussing mini golf and hybrid with promos?
Most of them have been out of character, but one of them was totally kayfabe. It was brilliant. It was Eli Drake and Johnny Impact just having a go at each other. Every question they'd be like, "Well, this guy next to me, I'm going to beat his ass," and I was just like, "Oh no, what's going on here?" I'm trying to ask a question about the Biz. Never mind.
Well, why were you talking then?
Well, you get asked one question, and then you go about the back of the
You asked
queue.
him about mini golf?
No, it wasn't me who asked him about
If
mini
you
golf.
could vote for one man in the Hall of Fame, would it be Steve Blackman or Triple H?
Or the inflatable.
Or the inflatable? It wasn't inflatable, it was just,
No, sorry.
just
floated.
hollow, I guess.
Yeah.
So Crush Hour.
Crush Hour. Sorry, yeah, Crush Hour.
Which was, you know, a mid-rate twisted metal. But
I never played Crush Hour. I played the Twisted
you-
Metal demo. You remember those demo discs you got with
I
like
do remember
PSN
demo
magazine or
discs.
whatever? Yeah, I played.
You won't because you're young. But yes, and
I'm young. There's younger out there, isn't there?
You're not,
Well-
mind. If you're on Football Manager, you've left hot prospect territory.
that,
You're hitting your prime now if you're on Football Manager, which is how I judge life.
Yeah.
yes.
Fair enough.
My dad accidentally pulled an all-lighter on Football Manager.
He
I love
wasn't.
this story. Yeah, but my dad didn't mean to. So I came downstairs. He went, "What are you downstairs for? You hungry or something?" I went, "Dad, it's 7 a.m. He's like, "Oh my God, I've got work." Hi guys, loving the podcast. My question is, with Jericho coming to Raw 25, do you think his stuff from Japan is going to roll over to WWE? If so, will they set something up at Raw 25 or leave it for closer to Mania? Cheers, Sam Craddock. What? His stuff from Japan? Well, his stuff in Japan was stuff from WWE, which was stuff from WCW, which was
Well,
stuff that he did from New
I think
Japan
what he's
before
hitting
that.
at is
Anyway.
there going to be like a New Japan invasion-ish?
I thought you meant when he just come in over and his.
What? But he's not with any. He's one of the only people that's not in a group. in
Yeah, but
New
there's
Japan.
rumours on the web at the minute,
Oh, here we go.
which, you know, you got to believe because it's on the internet, so it's true, that there's going to be more collaboration work between WWE and New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I guess
that's what
There
he's
isn't
hit-
any collaboration so far.
I guess that's what Sam Craddock is hinting at there.
Oh, sorry, I've just kicked the table.
And I would say no, not at Raw 25. They wouldn't want to mention New Japan at all.
Yeah, well done, Ross. Yes, yeah. I concur. What do you think, Jack?
I think he might come over in his new clothes and his new hair and his new gimmick. But I don't think that
he won't call himself Alpha when Vince has got Alpha Entertainment.
But he might be dressed all like he does now, rather than in his with the list and all that. I don't think he'll have the list. I don't think
we won't have the list. You've got bad memories.
What? I'll have the list, yeah, of course. But I don't think. What I'm saying is, you're right. You're being very obtuse here. What I meant is, he changed his gimmick to go to New Japan slightly, didn't he? He tweaked it, as he does, as Jericho does. He tweaked his dress sense and his attitude, and he swore a bit more. I don't think he'll swear more when he comes back, but I think he could be in different clothes.
I think he should swear more. Yeah. I agree with that.
So that's
okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, you've made sense of Sam Craddock's amazing question. Do I think they're going to be in New Japan? No, they are one of the competitors in Japan, because New Japan have a network that they want you to give money to.
Apparently there's 25,000 new subs around Wrestle Kingdom time this year.
That's a lot of sub. To answer you, so...
How many subs?
What?
Oh, I just realised what I was going to ask that.
Bullet sub.
How many subs make up 25,000 feet? So 25,000.
Because they're a foot long.
Because they're a foot long.
Oh, those subs. How did that become a...
What were you hitting at? Nothing. Am I just hungry because it's dinner time?
I am hungry. I wasn't hungry till you said you were hungry. This is all crap. Also, I like the fact that when the club are together, they awkwardly say it on commentary. Wow, the club who had lots of success in Japan. Like, don't say New Japan. It's like, all right. Salutations. Question for the pod.
No, not after the salutations at the start, I'm afraid.
I think that's
No,
quite
go
nice,
on.
actually.
All right, go on.
Next week will be ahoy hoy.
Yeah.
What do you think, or do you all think, thank you, the longer term ramifications are for the mixed match challenge? Is this just a one-off social media stunt, or will WWE actually use this to get people over on the main...
Right, I think...
Wait. Join us or y'all. I'm not sure what is the best closing, so I'll just stop here. Best Americano Zamos. Oh, I love Americanos.
Right, don't use Zamos. I can field this one. I think that it'll just... I don't think it'll do anything I don't think the storylines will cross over, really. No. But I think it's them testing the waters with Facebook Watch, isn't it?
It's the future.
Yeah, Facebook Watch is the primary thing. It is nice to see how everyone seems to be having a hell of a time doing it. Like in the promos backstage, they're all just getting to chill. It's like this almost.
Might they not be scripted?
Yeah, I don't know if what they're doing with it, but people seem to have latched on to it. There's lots of nice fan art. Again, the crowd were really loud for the show.
I like the bit when Nakamura caught Sasha Banks and she was like, "Put me down," and he was like, "What do I do?" Fun little spots, fun.
And it's been great seeing the worst of wrestling fans come out. Going, damn it! Why can't the men just clock the women right in the face?
Why can't the men hit the women?
Damn it! Those SJWs ruin everything. Like,
I'd get it if it was an indie where intergender wrestling is just normal and part of the thing, but you can't suddenly do it in WWE where they've got this divide. You can't just suddenly have Braun Strowman walk over and just smacking like.
Well, and a company that's like funded by many sponsors.
Yeah,
they would want to have like
right. I mean, this is for cancer charity. That's a great image. I like Kevin Sullivan that story because he was asked about intergender wrestling, and he said the best intergender match I ever saw was in like late 70s between so and so woman and so and so man. The bell rang, the man punched the woman and pinned her.
Oh, I like intergender. That's horrible. What a horrible thing to say. Who said that?
Kevin Sullivan.
Oh, he's harder.
It's the 70s.
I can't remember.
It was horrible. Everything was horrible in the 70s. Last question.
I thought Taskmaster was rubbish. Carry on.
Oh, how dare you?
I know.
Worst face paint you've ever seen in any wrestler. Number 4, Colin Dunn. This question is for Maffew and Ross. Which is a weird...
What are you on about, Colin?
Which is a weirder sight to see. Jack with a goatee or Sam with no facial hair at all?
Oh, I had a little
Cheers, lads.
I had a little bit of a...
If you actually had a goatee?
No, it's not a proper one. It's just I can't grow a full stubble. So when I'm too lazy to shave, it just goes around there, like the boss man, but rubbish, worse.
When was this?
Like last week, you barely noticed it. It's just because on camera...
That was last week?
I think it might have been, yeah.
I didn't notice it.
Or was it... Maybe it was... No, it might have been the video that me and Sam were on together, the Wrestle Kingdom reactions, because I had a bit of a... Not a beard.
All right, let's have a quick look. And
no, let's not bother.
Ross can feel this, because the other question is, Sam with no facial hair.
Well, I think the fact that you didn't even realise kind of shows.
I know.
Yeah, I'd say Sam in that question.
You're the ultimate babyface.
Thank you.
Sam likes a bit of the old face fuzz.
I don't want you in my search history.
Okay.
So, which is weird a sight to see. I'm going to say Sam with no facial hair because I noticed it.
Fine. There's your answer.
Should we get Sam on this one time and then that'd be great?
Depends if he's happy or not.
It's like, great. I can shave my back and then I'll give it to you and you can put it on.
I'm all right. I'm good.
Make a note. Jack's goatee for the next week's Hall of Fame. I whispered that so no one heard it.
Mailbag.
That's it for the mailbag. Send your questions
mailbag. Bag of mails.
Oh,
I forgot what
mailbag at Cultaholic. Adam. Mailbag at Cultaholic.com.
We can fire him, right?
Mailbag at Cultaholic.
He just shut the door in his hand. Fantastic.
Brilliant. Mailbag at
With a comedy reaction as well. Mailbag at Cultaholic.com.
Yeah.
Get your questions in and we will pick the cream of the crop.
Would you rather have Roman Reigns win the Rumble and go on to main event another WrestleMania, or have Chris Martin of Coldplay, in brackets, not the Derby County striker, end bracket, put a finger, two brackets for some reason, of your choice, end bracket twice, up your bum for 5 minutes?
Who's this from?
Nigel Richardson.
Right.
For obviously asking this question to get some issues out, and that's a very specific. Why is that a thing Chris Martin does? Is he renowned for that?
He might just be doing
that. Would hurt that, mate.
He might be doing the whole Coldplay rubbish.
Coldplay are rubbish.
I'm not a fan of Coldplay, but
yeah,
but there's no connection there. Is this the new album where it's
maybe he's trying to be a bit irreverent and a bit funny, like a Viz letter.
Yeah, but Viz letters are funny.
Oh, poor Nigel.
Oh, sorry, Nigel. I'm sorry to have offended. Brackets your feelings and why are there two?
Nigel.
I don't understand. I've never seen that before.
Nigel, I'm
two
so
brackets,
sorry.
like in the band Sun O.
Nigel's watching this thinking, I hope they pick my question for Would You Rather, and now you've just ripped it.
Kicking him right in the face, metaphorically.
Yeah. Let's rag on him and me for ignoring this question.
Sorry,
I love this segment.
I'm going to go for Roman Reigns winning the Rumble and headlining WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'd rather have that as well because Chris Martin is famed for playing the piano and being a spindly man. So that would be like a roller coaster of all kind of emotions, having his fingers up your hoop.
That's what I enjoy a good scratch now and again. I never timed it if it's been longer than 5 minutes or thereabouts. Well, yes, I mean
on the inside.
Well,
because that's what he's asking there.
Yeah, I've read it. I've read it twice now, sadly, and it's been worse each time.
Your fingers entered.
Oh yeah, I mean,
how are we going into this on this?
That's a good thing to talk about. Actually,
how has this become
petrified of the prostate exam? Me.
How has this become?
I'm like Peter Griffin when it comes to prostate exam.
You got to check your prostate.
How has this become this?
Not until we're like, what is it, 45, 50? You gotta go.
We were talking about wrestling before.
Do you go earlier?
Do I go what?
Do you go earlier?
I thought you called me. Am I 45 or 50?
No, like that's the age we're going to go and get our prostate fondled.
Oh right, yeah, it's all preparation for that.
My mate's a doctor, and he told me he's done it. He's done the procedure. Up, left, right, out.
Oh,
that's a cheat code. Yeah, well that's mostly it because you're gonna get. Have we
got to come up with our own as well, or is that?
Yeah, I mean that was just in the mailbag, so I thought, why not? Let's start with that before we.
Well, have you got a would you rather in your head?
No. Would you? Yeah. Okay.
Go on.
Would you? If you were in the mixed match challenge as a male wrestler, lads, would you rather? Boys,
fellow humans.
Would you rather team with? I don't know who would be.
Chris Martin of Coldplay, or Chris Martin, the Derby County striker.
Who'd be like a rubbish partner to have? Stephanie, where she's just mean to you all the time.
Yeah, but you'd win.
Or
lip sync.
Or like who's really like dangerous? Bull Nakano.
It's Sasha Banks. If you read Twitter.
Bull Nakano. Bull. If she's in a bad mood.
Bull Nakano.
If she's in a bad mood, she'll batter you if you make a mistake.
Who would you rather have, or rather not?
Who would you rather team with?
Oh, Bull Nakano.
Really?
Her and Alundra Blaze were the women's division for me growing up.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay.
Steph.
Because you'd win.
Yeah.
But
easy night as well because she'd just be in the ring all the time.
I was going to say Bull Nakano would be in the ring all the time. Steph would. She can't wrestle. But she can't wrestle.
She can't, but she would like.
Steph can't. Her hardcore match with Trish Stratus is really good.
Her match with one of the Bellas, whichever one it was, SummerSlam, had no reason to be as good as it was.
Stephanie's a good wrestler.
I know, I hate saying it, but it's like, yeah, it was.
Next week, Hall of Fame.
Well, she's married to the man who thinks, so.
Yeah, the man who thinks. Is that a recurring joke now? Well, that's what I said last week. Triple H, he thinks a lot, and you found
He's a cerebral assassin.
He thinks
the cerebral assassin. That means he thinks. I forgot about that.
Oh, don't let that become a recurring thing.
No. See, that means he thinks.
No, it wasn't that funny. It does. It means he thinks, and he's dangerous.
I haven't laughed as much as what you've said for the wrong reasons, so that's good. Do you have a would you rather?
I don't. Do you?
No, Lord,
that's all right then. We've done 2. It's fine.
Would you rather have this is like an injury? Triple H is the wood in the calf. Royal Rumble 2000, which created a massive crater in his calf. You know what I'm on about?
Wait, Royal Rumble 2000
against Mick Foley.
2000.
He got injured.
You know when he got back body dropped on the crate on the ramp. There's a famous story about the chunk of wood going in his calf, and if you watch it back, you just see his calf pissing blood.
No,
it created a big old hole.
You think I know everything about that type of thing?
A big old puncture wound. Would you rather take that? Or I was watching some Japanese death graps.
Yeah.
Forks. So you'll have a big old bit of wood stabbed in there, or a suplex onto the forks as they arrange them. What would you rather do?
What type of forks? Plastic forks?
No, metal. Kitchen.
Wait, so all of my body's going on that?
Scoop slam onto the other.
Oh,
or you're having a big old hole created in your calf.
Big old hole.
The wood.
You'd rather take the wood.
Although I think the wood's more.
I didn't. That wasn't intentional, but you know.
I think the wood's more likely to.
Optimus Prime told me to check my. Hang on.
Isn't the wood more likely to?
No.
Isn't the wood more likely to cause a serious injury? Like you could sever an artery or something.
The hole it seemed to create in Triple H's leg, perhaps.
Maybe the forks then.
It's a poof.
How many forks?
Well, in this one there was I can't remember how the.
Right. Isn't it more?
Yeah, it was on a thing. I can't remember what the thing was, but they're arranged so you had your forks like that all the way down.
Oh no, the hole, the calf, the wood.
Wood or forks? Definitive answer.
Cake or death. I'm gonna say wood.
Wood.
There we go.
Because Triple H is still walking around quite nimbly for a guy who's had 2 knee. Everyone knows that Triple H, 2 knee surgeries on both knees, and he's still doing flying knees. Pedigrees on his knees.
Just midnight workouts, isn't it?
It must be. Yeah, that comes to the screeching halt of the Cultaholic video podcast volume 2.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if the people are still watching this after
the dramatic.
I mean, this was a lot better than volume 1.
Oh, I think so.
The difficult second album we've knocked out the park.
Probably be a little drop off, but that's just natural, isn't it? That's just what happened. A little drop off. Don't laugh at that. That wasn't an innuendo.
I know, but you have such a way of saying things, and you're like, that's a thing, right? And then it's awkward silence. You're like, now it sounds weird.
It's the story of my life.
Yes, I have been Maffew, the Botchmania guy, and you can find me in Bishop Auckland, actually. Shout out to the people who message me from the local area saying, I know that place, because no one's actually from Bishop Auckland. They're always, I've heard of that. So thank you, people.
Yeah, where is Bishop Auckland?
County Durham?
County Durham, right.
Aye. So thank you for that. I'm on Twitter at twitter.com/MaffewGreg, MaffEwGreg. I want to do the Jeff Jarrett laugh. And that's basically the best place to find us.
I've been Ross. Find me on the Twitter at RossOnWrestling.
Jack the Jobber at Jack the Jobber.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.